We have a political stalwart, a Labour from 1965 to 2024, and a politician from Independent Party, your party, MP, a guy who's leading up front against the reforms and the Labours plus Conservative. We're going to ask him how exactly the rising sun is going to lead in the new ham and what exact future does the party hold. Mr. Jeremy Corbyn.
The Labour government is very, very unpopular at the moment, because all they've done in almost 2 years in office is continued the Conservative austerity, have supplied arms to Israel which have been used to bomb Gaza, and continued with an inadequate housing programme and growing levels of inequality, and indeed are trying to take money away from the welfare budget for those with the most profound disabilities in order to spend more on armaments. They're going in the opposite direction that anyone would expect a Labour government to go in. And so what's happening in Newham, a Labour borough for as long as I can remember, and before Newham was founded, it was very much the cradle of the Labour Party, as support for Labour is just disappearing. The Newham independents represent both the traditions of Newham in the sense of a working class community trying to improve itself, but also a determination to stand up to government which is underfunding Newham like it is all the other London boroughs. And you can see the crowd we've got here today. They're doing very well. I think they're going to win.
Mr. Corbyn, now you can see reforms are actually edging up, and next to them is the Green Party. How do you see yourself, and how do you see your party leading in the upcoming elections that will shape the future of England?
Well, the parliamentary elections are some while away, so we don't know what the outcome of that's going to be. The danger in Britain is the rise of reform, of the nationalist message of reform, wrap themselves in the flag and blame every problem there is on refugees. Refugees are humans, human beings who've suffered oppression, environmental degradation, human rights abuse. They should be treated as human beings and not denigrated in the way both Reform do and the government do. Nigel Farage offers nothing other than division and hatred within our society. Groups like ours here, Newham Independents, offer community unity, and it's the same message all over the country. Your party is part and parcel of this whole independent movement, and I think you'll see us getting bigger and stronger for next year's local elections and then the parliamentary elections the year after that.
One last question. From Conservatives stopping the boats to Labour's exchanging asylum seekers on the boats, how do you see asylum seekers?
I see asylum seekers as people that need to be supported, that need a place of safety, and I'm appalled at the way in which the world's media has done basically very little about the tens of thousands of refugees that have died in the Mediterranean. And almost every day there are people dying on the channel between France and Britain. I've been to Calais. I've talked to the people there. They're from Afghanistan, they're from Iraq, they're from Syria, they're from all kinds of places. They're all desperate, but you know what? One day they're going to be our next door neighbour. One day they're going to be our doctor. One day they're going to be our teacher. That is how communities grow. And Newham has always welcomed people from all over the world who've made our country what it is. And indeed, if there hadn't been migration to Britain, we'd have no health service, we'd have no education service, we'd have no transport system. So I say thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Corbyn. You have a good one. This was Jeremy Corbyn, a strong advocate of anti-apartheid, anti-fascism, and nuclear disarmament. He has got a strong word for coming future elections. We got to see what exactly the future for the rising sun holds. How are you expecting, as a commoner, as a general public, what's your perception? The costs are rising up, taxes going up. As a journalist, as a commoner, I know that things are going up. Do you think the independents can bring the cost down and have a good influence on your life?
Yes, I definitely do believe that.
Why?
Because with everything that they're trying to plow with the government right now, they're plowing into NHS, which is already broken. So you're funding something that's already broken and you can't fix it really. So, and the people like myself, we're getting the backlash of this as well in terms of treatments and HR, work-wise, cost of living. Again, it's all impacting us really badly. So I hope these lot, Jeremy Corbyn, I've rooted for him for a very long time. So yeah. and he can make shifts happen here, right? Because the government's coming in so far, have not done anything for us. You know, people can't get onto the housing ladder. People can't. I see people who are struggling to get food as well. So it's really bad. It's like hand to mouth for people, majority of them right now. So yeah.
NHS has now been a curse for long.
Oh.
South London, Central London, East London, all the summaries, all the stories same. What expectation do you have for the health, the NHS?
Well, right now, I don't have much hope for it, to be honest. Be it in London or be it anywhere else, it's just the same. It's a crippling effect right now. It's one of the worst dominoes effects that anywhere you could add. I've never imagined this. And it's not just the elderly, it's the youngsters, it's the newborn babies that are coming in. The next generation is getting affected really badly. And I think this all basically boils down to how the government, nowadays, government's handling it. If Jeremy Corbyn gets in, he's going to make things happen. And like I said, I've rooted for him for a very, very long time because he stands for the truth. And truth doesn't like being challenged, whereas everybody else are running away from answering the real questions. And I see that time and time again on Newsnight and everything. They will not just simply, from a normal civilian, they're not going to answer the question, and that's really upsetting. So they're just wasting time and they're just acting. Whereas this man over here, he's the people's person.
Well, he has been punished for standing for the truth.
Definitely.
My next question is, how do you see the targeting of immigrants, asylum seekers, or the people on a different race? The reforms or any other, party incoming question. How do you see position as a child or yourself as an immigrant? Do you think we have a good future here?
As it's going right now, no. There's too much racism about, and yeah, it's basic human rights that's being taken away from us at the end of the day. We're all human. If you cut us open, we're still bleeding the same color blood. So it doesn't matter the color of your skin. They're giving back to the NHS, you're giving back to the community. So it's giving back to the community. It's got nothing to do with your colour. And unfortunately, where I hear people say, make Britain great again, what are you trying to suggest? I have no idea with that. But equally, we do get come from a colour background, got the backlash many times, not just from normal people at work, bullying, racism, harassment, and only under the umbrella of, contractual. We've got contracts and being employees, but we're not being treated like humans, to be honest with you. So, and at the end of the day, people coming through again, they're humans as well, and they've had some sort of bad lifestyle where they have been very supposed to be helping each other, but it's not happening that way right now.
Do you see the rising sun as a hope? I can see that in your eyes.
I hope so. I really do, but I don't know which way this is going. The way it's going right now is going to go straight down, isn't it? It's going down south. We don't want it going down south anymore. We want it getting better now.
Well, politicians don't have much expectations.
No, they don't. But Jeremy Corbyn can do things. But right now, with the politicians right now, no. It's just a charade, isn't it? Just to ask makeshift question and answer for it, but nothing really happens. Talk is cheap now. Actions speak louder. So let's have some actions, and they're not giving.
Actions speak louder. Mesa says something concrete. Thank you for having a conversation with us.
Thank you very much for filling me out.
Well, the reds are no more reds. The blues are no more blues. So we've got the rising sun to talk about and think about. What England, what Newham has a future that holds in the coming future, but there's a desperate need for a leader like Jeremy Corbyn. Thank you.